Hey, hi everyone, this is Admin from Admin 365, and today we are going to talk about how to set up archiving on Office 365 mailboxes. So let's get started. And before we get into the steps, please do consider subscribing as well. And if you need anything or any topic to be discussed or to be made a video about, you can let me know as well, and I will create for it as well. And so without wasting any time, let's proceed further. So to set up archiving, we just have to perform few steps in Exchange Admin Center. So let's open the Exchange Admin Center in here itself. So this is the Office 365 Admin Center, and we just have to click on Exchange to open it. And once we are in here, we just have to click on Compliance Management. Retention policies. So these two options are for the archiving here. Retention policies are the policies which holds retention tags in it. We do have default retention tags and retention policy already created. As you can see, we have it here. But if you wish to make custom retention tags for your own folders, you can create it from this tab itself. And so we will not discuss that in deep here. We'll just try to enable it and use the default settings. And as you can see, all these options are available for us to apply on the mailbox. And by default, when you turn on the archiving on a mailbox, the emails which are older than 2 years will be moved to archive if you use the default MRM policy. So with that being said, you just have to go to recipients here, be it a normal user with a license or a shared mailbox. So a normal user does have a license to it, but a shared mailbox does not, and that means it's a free mailbox itself, and it does provide archiving on it as well. So if we want to enable archive on a free shared mailbox, you just have to select the mailbox and click on enable archiving here. And as you can see, it is enabled for this mailbox. You can try the same for the other one, and this would be the option available for you if you don't have it enabled on the mailbox. You just have to click on enable and it will enable it for that mailbox as well. So once you do that, it takes around 24 hours for it to show up on your mailbox itself. And as we have a default retention policy, it will use that itself. So for example, if you wish to have a custom policy, you can create it there, and if you have a custom policy, you can apply it via clicking on this edit icon. It is the same for shared mailboxes and the user mailboxes, which you see here behind as well. Once we are in here, which is same for both of the type of mailboxes, we just have to click on mailbox feature. And once in here, you just have to click on the drop down here, and the default MRM policy which we saw under the retention policies is here. But if you create any custom one, it will appear in the same drop down here. You can select it from there. And as I mentioned, once you have enable archive and you have default policy, the default policy will start to work on the mailbox. It does not work unless you have the archiving enabled. So once you enable the archive, it triggers the MRM policy, and it starts the moving process. So usually the archiving takes around 7 days maximum to start its movements of email from primary to an archive mailbox. But if you want to speed up the process, you can perform one command which basically speeds up the process. It might not do it for all the time which you perform it for, and even for all the mailbox which you perform it for, but it is certainly a good thing or a good practice to give it a try. And this is the command in here as well. you just have to open Windows PowerShell, run it as an administrator, and then connect it to Exchange Online. You can search it on the internet and you can get the commands on how to connect to Exchange Online. And once you are connected to Exchange Online, you just have to type in start hyphen manage folder assistance hyphen identity, and then replace it by the email address of the users or the user who you have archive enabled on just now. So again, start hyphen managed folder assistance hyphen identity. In my case, shared mailbox at domain.com. And we recommend it to run a couple of times. So once you hit enter, copy and paste it again, hit enter, copy and paste it again, and hit enter at least 3 times on the PowerShell, so that we can make sure the process in the backend is aware of this. You will be able to see the archive in the Office 365 Outlook on the web, or even the Outlook on your computer as well. Mac does have limitation on showing up online archive, but Windows does show it with all the functionalities which are available for the archive. So there you go, guys. If you have any question, doubt about it, you can let me know as well. I might create a video which talks about retention tag and retention policies in depth, and you can let me know if you need that as well. And till then, you have a nice day.